Good morning, students. Today we are going to be continuing section 5 of chapter 9. We were looking at the volume of a pyramid, and so far we've done rectangular based pyramids. Today we're going to look at triangular based pyramids. So I just wanted to remind you the formula for the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 times the area of the base. So for today that's going to be the area of a triangle times the height of the pyramid. So we look at our first example here, look at our dimensions. We have a base of our triangle of 17.5 meters, a height of our triangle 6 meters, and a height of our pyramid being 10 meters. So if we use that volume equals 1/3 times the area of the base times the height, so that's going to be 1/3 times the area of the triangle times height of the pyramid is really what we're looking at. So remember, 1/2 times the base times the height, that's the area of a triangle, so that's what we have substituted in there. So really what we're looking at is 1/3 times 1/2 times the base times the height of the triangle, and then times the height of the pyramid. So substitute in what we know. So we know the base to be 17.5, we know the height of the triangle is 6, and the height of the pyramid is 10. So here we just have a whole lot of multiplication happening, 5 different numbers being multiplied together. So if we multiply the two fractions together, so 1/3 times 1/2, remember that's numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, so 1 times 1 over 3 times 2 gives us 1/6. And then if we multiply this 17.5 times 6 times 10, that's 1050. So that leaves us then with 1/6 times 1050 when we multiplied the two fractions by each other and then all of the integers by each other. So as we saw at the end of last week, remember multiplying fraction times a whole number, that's really putting that whole number over 1. So 1/6 times 1050 over 1, which we multiply straight across, gives us 1050 over 6, and that division there gives us an answer of 175 cubic meters being the volume of this triangle. So biggest thing here, multiplying those fractions to get the 1/6 portion and multiplying your integers and then correctly from there. So I have one more example. We have a base height or a base length of 7 centimeters for a triangle, a height of 18 centimeters, and a height of 11 centimeters for the pyramid. So using that same formula, really we're looking at 1/3 times the area of a triangle times the height. Remember that triangle being our base. So 1/3 times 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle times the height of the pyramid. Substitute in what we know. So we know the base to be 7 centimeters, the height to be 8, should be 18 centimeters. So I have a little bit of a typo here. I'm just going to roll with it. Act like the height here was 8 centimeters just for the sake of this example because I know I calculated it using 8 there. So it'll be a little bit different. And then times 11, which is the height of the pyramid. So multiplying the fractions, 1/2 time, or 1/3 times 1/2 is 1/6. And then 7 times 8 times 11 is 616. And that looks like 1/6 times 616 over 1. Multiply across, you get 616 over 6, which is really 616 divided by 6, which gives you 102 and 67 hundredths cubic centimeters. So if you have any questions, let me know. Send me a message on Google Hangouts or do Google Meet, however we have to do to help. So enjoy your Tuesday.